terrific crowd for this historic event. My name is Chris Brinkley, and I've been excited about this day for a very long time as a broadcaster, knowing that today I get to broadcast a game from this building. A couple of introductions before we begin with our ceremony. Our UT trustees here, if you would, please raise your hand and let's give them a big round of applause. City and county elected officials, I see Jake Bynum there with the county mayor, Mayor Randy Brundage. We have any local legislators in attendance today. Fleming Associates, architects Michael Winter and also Kurt Pierce, a big part of this. There you go. Hey. And Allen Searcy Builders, the contractors DeWitt Day and Jerry Hand. Today indeed is historic. Let's talk about the history with some notes. The UT Martin football field has occupied the same space since football began here. And it was flanked by simple wooden bleachers for many, many years. Man, we've come a long way. Where's Coach Carroll? Does Coach Carroll remember the wooden bleachers? He built them, that's right. New stadium replaced the old football field in 1964 with money that was donated from local and regional people and businesses. And the completion of the stadium increased the seating capacity. At the time, it was a really big deal. We had new lights, dressing rooms, concession stands, all on the west side. And in 1986, and many of us remember this, the stadium was renovated again and enhanced further with the completion of the east stands in the new ROTC building. And the combination of state funding and private gifts added another 1,000 seats to the stadium in the new facility. Now the football field is officially Grantham Field, named for H. Kirk Grantham, the only faculty member retained from the staff of the Hall Moody Junior College. The stadium, of course, is named for Hardy Grant of Union City, a leading philanthropist and volunteer for UT Martin and a driving force for the cause of UT Martin becoming a four-year university in the 1950s. And here we are today with the renovation of Hardy Graham Stadium. And it not only enhances the athletic and academic programs at UT Martin, but it will forever change the skyline of UT Martin. And many of you have noticed, but even from Skyhawk Parkway on the hill, on I guess what would be the northwest side, you can see the stadium now. And as a broadcaster, when we go to stadiums that we're not familiar with, to towns and areas, obviously we've got to get to the stadium. And we use the GPS system on the phone. Sometimes it's a little bit faulty. So you always do the eye test and you just look, because normally in most places you can see the stadium. Oh, there it is. The GPS system says go that way, but there it is. And now when folks come to Martin, Tennessee and to our UT Martin campus, with this building, they will be able to see Graham Stadium, over 75 feet tall. This new facility includes 4 new classrooms, academic offices, coaches' boxes, media press boxes, the visiting team locker room, and the new Champions Club level, which will be an enhanced experience for our fans and for our supporters. And again, I think this building is symbolic for what we're doing as a university and also a football team and an athletic program. We're taking it to new heights. Now I want to mention one more thing before I move away from the podium. And I would feel bad if I didn't pay honor to our old press box. And many of you know the old press box. Say what you want to say about it, it served its purpose. And there will always be a place in my heart for our old press box. And when the old press box came down, I drove over to the parking lot, and I'll be honest, I got a little teary-eyed. I got a little nostalgic. I didn't know why. I was a little sad. I knew what the future would be. And then I realized, and I know most of you have seen the Andy Griffith Show. You know when Andy's sitting in the sheriff's office and Barney's done something, so he needs to call Aunt Bee and tell her he'll be home late to put dinner in the oven to keep it warm, and he'll be there with Opie in just a bit. So he picks up his old phone and he gets Sarah, the operator, because he didn't go directly to Aunt Bee. And Sarah answers, and Sarah talks to Andy, and Andy talks to Sarah, and then they go to Aunt Bee. And that's very charming. Every time I see that on the Andy Griffith Show, I smile. But none of us would want to go back to that phone system when we have this. And this is this building. And the old Sarah operator patch line systems is the old press box. From a technological standpoint, this is the present and this is the future. I know when we have ESPN come to Martin, Tennessee to broadcast a game nationally, even globally for us, With the old press box, we would turn the world upside down to provide them with power and all of the capabilities that they needed to broadcast a game. Now, they just walk through those doors and they're ready. And I could not be more excited to do the game today from this building. A big part of this is our interim chancellor, Dr. Bob Smith. Dr. Smith returned to campus in 2015, just last year, as the interim chancellor to help campus constituents implement a strong vision for their future and prepare for a national search for the next chancellor. He was here before he knew us, served from 1987 to 1999 as the Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, and helped create the West Star Leadership Program. And then after spending time at Slippery Rock University of Pennsylvania, somehow we talked him into coming back. And since he's been here, since last year, so many wonderful transitional events have taken place, and today is another one of those events. Put your hands together for our interim chancellor, Dr. Bob Smith.
Told Chris that we'd try to move this along because he clearly has a funeral that he's attending later on. I want to hold him up from that. And I gotta say, Chris, I thought your story about being teary-eyed about the press box. Oh, headed off now? Yeah. I thought that was very touching. In fact, I had my own teary-eyed moment when we cut the tie cables that was holding this against the stadium and it fell down. And there are a lot of people here who were never able to climb those stairs and never be able to get into this facility. And now look at what we've got and what the opportunity is. And I appreciate it. I don't deserve any of the credit for this. There are just an enormous number of people who willed this to be done. And here we are today to celebrate that. And it is also a statement about partnerships, which is something that has been so much a part of the short period of time that I've been here, is to watching and experiencing and beginning to engage people in the life of this university, both inside the university and outside of the university as well. In this particular case, this is another academic building as well. On the second floor are a series of classrooms, and they will all be in the kind of high-tech format that we're trying to include for all of our classrooms for the College of Agriculture and Natural Resources. And that allows that college, which is expanding almost exponentially, to be able to be closer to the farm and closer to where they're doing research and field experiences. So there is an academic component here that is very, very important to us. And when we talk about partners, in my period of time here, I couldn't be more blessed with or witness the experience of the partnerships with Weakley County and Jake Bynum, and I try not to ever forget to remind people of how important our relationship is with community leaders, and Jake at the helm of that, and Randy Brundage, who is our mayor, and the great things that are happening in Martin. And it's wonderful that they stepped forward, both the county and the city, as important partners in support of this. And to the donors and to their loyalty to this campus and their faith that we would be able to do something and do it right, and this is a living example of that. The lead gifts to the renovation are on the back of your program. There's two leadership gifts that I want to acknowledge from here. One of them is from Bill Blankenship, and Bill, standing here, Bill, thank you very much for your support of this program and the dedication. And Betty and Newell Graham, who could not be here today, whom I promised that when they are back in town, then we're going to make sure that they get a personal tour. Because Newell is the son of Hardy Graham, for whom this stadium is named after, and Newell and Betty have been just very, very important in this next generation of the Hardy Graham Stadium. It's also a special opportunity for me to acknowledge people who have contributed and whose names will be part of the legacy of this building. And so I tried to identify people as to where you were prior to me stepping up here. So help me find them as well. But let's start with Charlie and Judy Graber. What an amazing couple and what they've meant to this university. And where are they? Oh, here. Hey, guys. Thank you. James and Donna Westbrook. Also, let's acknowledge them for what they have contributed to this. Robert and Martha Clendenin, thank you. Appreciate it very much. Your contribution. Wayne McBride. Wayne not here? Oh. Hey, Wayne, thank you. I'm looking for you in stripes, Wayne. Crawford Gallimore. Crawford is one of our trustees, University of Tennessee Board of Trustees. Thank you, Crawford, for what you've meant to this facility as well. I don't see Crawford. Oh, I know where Crawford is. Crawford's grandparent babysitting today. DuPont Pioneer, thank you very much for your contribution and for your leadership in this. The Betsy Ross Foundation, thank you as well for helping us. Jim and Joe Blasco, I thought I saw Jim. We're scanning the horizon here. And then former athletic director Phil Dane. Where's Phil? Oh, there you are. Thanks, Phil. Let's give all of these people a round of applause as our gratitude is expressed to them for what they've done. Now, this facility is designed for one primary purpose, and that is to enjoy a competitive football team on the field itself. And that's what we're here for as well. And our leader in that is Jason Simpson, the longest tenured head football coach in the Ohio Valley Conference. I know those gray hairs didn't come from being the longest tenure. You got in the same place I did. Some of our, well, anyway, tough job. A guy who has transformed this program into one of the winningest teams in the OVC since he arrived here in 2006, 65 career victories, 9th in OVC history, 51 conference wins, is 8th place in the league history, named the OVC's Roy Kidd Coach of the Year, and also the American Football Coaches Association Region 3 Coach of the Year, and serving also helping me in the interim role of Associate Athletic Director. Bring on stage the hero of this, Jason Simpson.
Really has no business being up here, but I certainly appreciate today. We got back from Hawaii on, I don't even know what day it was, Tuesday, all right? And so anyway, and they give you a script to talk about it this. Edie, I'm sorry, I couldn't memorize it all, so I'm just gonna go off the top of my head here. There's so many people, I wanna tell you personally, thank you for the opportunity to be a part of this today, okay? First of all, I wanna thank the Chancellor. Guys, you here that work on campus, understand when I say this, that you here in the community that have been a part of his leadership and his energy and his passion for UT Martin. UT Martin is exciting to come to work every day. And I appreciate him and how he's going to set this university up for the next chancellor. So that's been really exciting in his tenure here. So thank you. Coach Carroll, thank you for being the pioneer of this program. Thank you for allowing me to follow in your footsteps. Thank you for your friendship and being out here in the afternoon and seeing me. It makes my day, and I appreciate. I want to tell you thank you for everything you've done for this program. All right. Nick Dunnigan, thank you for allowing Phil Dane to hire me. Okay. 11 years ago, Phil, and brought me here. And I remember looking out there and seeing the barbed wire on the practice field, and still hoping you weren't going to change your mind when you hired me. So I never was going to say anything about it. We're going to do something about the barbed wire. So I was just excited to be a head coach. And then I looked up here at the press box once again. You know, I didn't want to bring it up at the time, but, you know, and I remember the day that Phil Dane called it. We were the dead period in recruiting, and I think I was with you, Todd, actually in a duck blind, and you were taking me, trying to teach me how to duck hunt. And Phil called me and said, you know, guess what? The higher-ups have given us the approval to go ahead with this press box that was his, you know, it was his brainchild. And man, what an exciting day. And I'm thinking there's no way this is going to ever happen, and then it would get some momentum, and then it would kind of bog down a little bit. And so we're here today. And it's here, and Phil, I'm so proud that and appreciate everything you did to make this, you know, come to light. Thank you so much. Thank you. There's some former players here today. I want to say thank you to you guys. I mean, it goes back to Coach Carroll's day, to that 67 Tangerine Bowl, you know, through the 88 conference championship teams, and you know, even the past 11 years I've been a coach here. A lot of sacrifices, a lot of things that you wish you would have had, and the players that I've coached that didn't complain, and just like you guys that lined up and played, we appreciate being a part of the University of Tennessee at Martin. So thank you for those sacrifices. And I want to thank the guys that I've coached too. Okay, you're looking at 9. I guess I was adding it up the other day. In the last 4 years, the group of kids that I'm coaching today have played 9 FBS, you know, guarantee games. Okay, and that's you know, hadn't helped our record any. We're 0-2 right now, but we're bringing some money into this program to help, you know, pay for our part of this, you know, great facilities. And the kids haven't complained. They've accepted the challenge because they know it's going to make us better in the future, and I really appreciate them. Tim Nip, thank you for you know, for us, you know, just killing you with ideas, and you know, want it met today and need it done tomorrow. I appreciate you helping see this through. Kevin, appreciate you guys in the current administration for all, you know, you guys don't understand. Somebody, you know, we got an athletic director between Phil and Kevin, and it got dropped in somebody's lap. So Kevin, you and Laura and Trudy, thank you guys for seeing this thing through, because they allowed me to go coach football to get our team ready for this season. I really appreciate it. Give these guys a hand. Trudy, you guys, thank you. We really got through. You know, there's so many different people from me coming in your office complaining about what can we do, when we're gonna get this stadium. I feel just really humbled to be a part of this, guys. I saw a thing the other day where I think since 2006, UT Martin has won 27 of their 30 OVC championships, you know, over this decade. All right. This is a special place. It's a special place to me and my community, or to me and this community is special to me. This university deserves everything first class, and this community deserves everything first class. All right, I'm proud today to stand on the sideline, you know, behind me. I can't wait until next week or Monday when I can take this current football team into that facility and let them see the legacy that they've helped build a part of that. So thank you for being out here today, and looking forward to getting the first win. Thank you, guys.